Season, I think Gravenberch might figure a little bit more often as a centre-back than maybe what we saw last season. I would suggest that he plays centre-back alongside Virgil van Dijk, and Stevenson will play right full-back. That would be my choice. Whether that is the case or not, I don't know. But again, it is interesting to see, obviously, the formation going forward with no recognised number like number 9. But Liverpool have played that way for a long time, really, when you think about it. Before, you know, you had the likes of like Bobby Firmino that played like that kind of false number 9. So I don't think that is a problem for them. It'll be interesting to see. This is the first time in, what, 5 or 6 years or something like that? Well, maybe not as long as that. But it's the first time we've like signed so many players in pre-season. The excitement of the fans to see all these new players is like through the roof, basically. And it's just unfortunate that you can't seem to play them all at the one time. So I'm sure it'll change through like the course of the game. But obviously, Wirtz is the one that everybody wants to see. Yeah,
well, let's speak more about him. As Gary says, the boss is spoilt for choice. But he did, of course, play against Stoke in the behind closed doors game, Mels. But this is the game that everyone feels is almost like his debut, if you like, in front of supporters. And I know you, like everyone else, can't wait to get a glimpse.
He's an absolute superstar, really. He's only 22. He's been the best player in the Bundesliga. I think you have to say how brave he's been to leave Germany, because let's be honest, he's the main player for Germany in Musiala, and for him to leave Germany, he could have gone to Bayern Munich and take that step here to Liverpool. Anfield is a really, really big step. His ability to, I've watched him, and when you watch him, you just cannot wait to watch him. I felt like that with Salah for many years, and it's going to be like this for Wirtz in terms of creating chances, scoring goals. I think the Liverpool fans will absolutely love him. So the first glimpse today, looking forward to it, really am.
It's his vision as well, isn't it, Gary? He seems to see things that second or two before everyone else, which obviously it makes all the difference.
Well, again, I go back to like what I said before, like football intelligence, and like I think the more intelligent players that you have, the better you've got like a chance of being successful. And couple that with the technical ability that he's got as well. And the biggest thing I always like in forward players is seeing things that other players don't see and seeing them early. And I think he's got that in abundance. I haven't watched him an awful lot. I tend to like be one of these pundits that sits back and like makes my own judgment when I see him playing for Liverpool in the Premier League. And it's a different league to the Bundesliga. As much as the Bundesliga is technically maybe the same as and physically maybe up to the same level as the Premier League, the Premier League is that little bit different. So I'll hold my and bide my time with them. But in saying that, as I said before, it's the excitement that like new players generate within the club. And again, this is like the first time we've done it from a position of strength for a long, long time. I think the last time when you think about like the excitement, like Andy Robertson coming in, Virgil van Dijk coming in, and the likes of Salah before, and the goalkeeper Alisson Becker, we haven't seen that an awful lot of times under like the managers like Jurgen Klopp and the ownership of FSG. So this is a big season for them. They've invested.
Because Virgil signed his contract, Salah signed his contract, we're Premier League champions, and we are so attractive for these top players in world football to want to come and play at Liverpool. So it's a massive signing.
It's felt like a real statement summer, hasn't it, Gary?
Absolutely, and I mean, according to rumour, like, I mean, it doesn't seem as if we're actually finished in the transfer market. So you know, yeah, I think it's like a big game as well. But in saying that, it's the first game against Bournemouth that counts, really.
It does indeed. Right, let's head back to the Kai Tak Stadium now. Peter McDowell has been speaking to Arne Slot. Here he is, the boss.
Well, Arne, it's been a tough week in testing humidity. How would you assess the work so far for the team?
Oh, we've worked really well. Good as well. Circumstances in terms of the heat have not always been perfect, but we've managed to work our way through it. We could train once here in an air-conditioned stadium, so players are in a good place. Most of them are fit or have minor issues, so happy and pleased how the first weeks have been.
How will you plan to utilise the squad tonight? Will we see two different teams again? What are the plans?
Yeah, because we want to train the next days intense as well. So if you play players longer than 60 minutes, then it's going to be difficult to train good with them on Monday and Tuesday again in terms of intensity, because Wednesday is another game. So if we had enough players, everyone would have played 45, but we have, like I said, a few minor issues, so that means I have 19 players available. 3 will play 60 and 16 will play 45 minutes.
One of those issues is to do with Joe Gomez. Presumably he's not part of the squad tonight.
No, he isn't. He was of course with us for the first part of the week, but he had some Achilles problems. We thought it was better to assess it back in England, and for him to work on him to come back to the team, probably in more ideal circumstances for him than be part of the group that every time go out. And so we decided to let him go back to England, but we hope and expect to have him back soon.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
The thoughts of the boss there. So it's been a week now in Hong Kong for the Reds, and from the moment they touched down, it was double sessions in sticky, humid conditions. Tough going, but it will all be worth it come the start of this season.
The manager said it was a light session to start the week with, so we are curious to see what tomorrow will bring. But no, it was a good session to get used to the weather and everything. So yeah, now we go back to the hotel.
It's actually very warm, but it's nice. We're now in Hong Kong, and yeah, we're making ourselves ready for the competition again.
Yeah, it's been really good, intense. That's how we like to train. We're adapting to the heat still, but it's good. All the guys train hard, and we're getting really ready physically.
Amazing, really. I feel like, training here in Hong Kong, it's a beautiful place, and also the sessions are intense and tough, but as a footballer, you love training, you love playing on the pitch every day, so yeah, it's been very good.
Worked hard last season, had a really good loan, so I think it's, all the hard work last year was worth it to get back on this trip and get another experience with the boys here. There's not too many young lads here, it's more of a senior group. When I came last year there was like a fair few young lads there, where this year it's more of a senior, so I think it feels kind of even better to feel like you're with more senior boys and kind of learning from more senior players, yeah.
We grew into pre-season for obvious reasons, and now we are here, and I think the intensity will go up, and we have to prepare for the season.
I think now everyone is here from the start. Last season there was the Euros, so was a lot of people that weren't there, but now we can start again with everyone and make a really nice pre-season.
When I came, it just surprised me also how professional everything is and how high level everything is, and that you really have to work hard every single day and to compete, is the highest level. So that surprised me, but that's also what I was looking for, so I'm really happy. Fans in front of the hotel, and yesterday in the stadium, like you said, was full, and I knew before we came that really a lot of fans who Liverpool has in Asia, around the world. So yeah, it's really nice and good support that you have everywhere around the world. It's the big club, so it's how it should be.
Obviously the stadium just over there looks beautiful, so I can't wait to play. So yeah, it'll be good.
Will be good also for me to get more minutes and get adapted more to my teammates. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's my old team. I have good memories there, and I'm looking forward to it.
Even when we arrived to the hotel, a lot of people cheering for us. So yeah, like they say, you never walk alone. They are everywhere. So yeah, it's amazing, and we are looking forward to the game there with a lot of people.
Yeah, there have been some gruelling sessions for the lads in pre-season so far. It doesn't feel like the players of today dread pre-season quite as much as maybe previous generations. Did you look forward to pre-season, Miles? Was it one of the worst times?
No, not at all. Yeah, I mean, pre-season, you know, as a player, you condition your mind. It's going to be tough. You know, it's the basis for your whole season to help you. But you've got to get through it, and as tough as it is, and it is tough because they'll play the game today and there'll be no rest period like there would be during the season. Yeah. It's to maintain a really tough schedule. And the biggest thing about pre-season, I mean, for me as a player, I'm sure for a lot of the players, is get through it. Just get through it. So when the first game of the season is, you're available for selection, and all the, it's different for all the players. So Salah and Van Dijk know they'll be playing the first game of the season. For some of the players, they are genuinely fighting for a starting place. There's not too many starting places up for grabs, but there are one or two which thinks, can I stand out a little bit more in training and some of these games?
Yeah, we've seen, obviously, Gary, not just in training, but the games, 2 games so far this season as well. The intensity has been so high, and as Mel says, with so much competition for places now, everyone has to just give their all, whether it's pre-season or obviously a Premier League game.
Well, I think you've got to start how you mean to go on,
yeah.
And that's like what Liverpool's success was built on. It's been built on that for a number of years, right through like the Jurgen Klopp days, and I think it's something that you look at other sides and, like, for whatever reason, they can't seem to match Liverpool's intensity. You know, you watch the Preston game, like, I mean, like, even in the Preston game, you think, blinking heck, that's like, you know, that's really intense. Yeah. 3-4 players round like the opposition, trying to win the ball back. When they win it back, they go with pace and like attack with pace. And I think it's really part of the way that Liverpool want to play. And as I say, I don't think that's a thing that you can just switch it on and switch off again. You have to have that right from the start. And I think we've seen that. I think you watch the little games that they play in training with the little goals and everything like that. The intensity of the training there is quite incredible.
In terms of just watching them warming up, Mels, I mean, they're going to be playing it in around 30 degrees this game tonight, even though it's 8:30 kickoff Hong Kong time. It is still sweltering out there. I mean, how tough is it to play in those temperatures?
Yeah, not nice at all, and quite unusual. They won't get to experience that too often during the season. You know, maybe at the odd time, but again, that's part of pre-season. In challenging conditions, uncomfortable conditions. But you know, the big thing for Liverpool is to go out to the Far East and be around the fan base which don't get the chance to come to Anfield. So that's what these pre-season tours can often be in terms of commercial. And yeah, I'm a big believer in pre-season as well, in terms of don't like too much disruption, and I think this is what will benefit Liverpool this year. There's no World Cup, there's no Euros, so the players are there early to do the work early. And as Gary mentioned with that Preston game, the levels were high in the first pre-season game, so I'm expecting the same again today. It's not a case of the lads would have switched off for 6 weeks and they come back out of condition. They're in good condition. They're in really good condition, raring to go and excited because we're Premier League champions.
Yeah, for Arne Slot, I suppose that the preparation football-wise has been so much better this time around, because last year he had to contend with players coming back at different times because of the Euros, the Copa America as well. So it must be hugely beneficial for him to have everyone back at the same time on the same schedule.
Yeah, well, I think as a head coach, you never have there's never an ideal world, is there? Like, there's always something that goes on. You know, you look at like the little injuries, the little niggles that players have picked up. So there's never an ideal situation from a manager's point of view. But if there is anything like that resembles somewhere like close to that, it's probably this season. And as I say, you want to get all your business, all your new players that are coming into the football club, if you can get them in as early as possible and settle down. And this is like another thing about like pre-season, which I think a lot of clubs like miss out on, or like a lot of like other teams. It's not just about the fitness, it's about the camaraderie like that you build up on these little tours, and the team bonding that you have to see you through like the next 10 months, of which is a very, very arduous season with an awful lot of games, an awful lot of ups, an awful lot of downs. There's lows as well as highs in like being a professional footballer. And I think it's like these kind of like bonds that you build in pre-season that can help you through the coming football season as a whole.
We spoke about Florian Wirtz. Let's speak about another new signing in Jeremy Frimpong, who feels like he's been around the squad for ages. He's clearly going to be a fan's favourite, always got a big smile on his face. Used to be in the northwest of England, of course, as well, because spent almost a decade with Manchester City's academy. But it feels like he's got a lot of qualities that are going to really benefit this Liverpool side, not least his pace, one of the fastest players in the Bundesliga last season.
And we should just say he played in the Youth Cup final against Liverpool and lost when he was at Man City. So have a bit of that alongside Cole Palmer. So yeah, he knows England. He doesn't know the Premier League because he's not playing the Premier League. He went up to Scotland with Celtic before, did brilliantly at Leverkusen. I think he offers flexibility. You mentioned about that pace. I mean, they'll all love that. Who's the quickest in the squad? You probably bet on this lad. He's so explosive.
I think he officially is now, isn't he?
Yeah, but maybe more natural as a right back. It's not his position, so I think he's got to learn that in how that needs to be played at Liverpool. But going forward, I think that will really excite Liverpool fans. I think he got 14 goals the year Leverkusen won the league, but that was right wing back rather than in a back four. So I think he's got the option as well in certain games to play higher up. We might even see that at some point during pre-season. So yeah, another player who's done very well at Leverkusen, and we'll see how he does at Liverpool.
OK, thanks, guys. Just a reminder to you watching at home, if you're watching us on All Red Video, LFC TV or YouTube memberships, the live match will follow on from our build-up show. However, if you're watching on social media or our free YouTube channel, due to rights restrictions, your stream is going to end before kick-off. So to find out how you can watch the match, go right now to our website, video.liverpoolfc.com. Further details will be on screen throughout our show. So coming up in our build-up, we'll hear from Alisson ahead of the game, then onto the action itself. John Bradley and Gary Gillespie here are going to guide you through every single kick. Then come full-time, Jason McAteer is going to come into the studio with Mels and myself to look at all the best bits from over in Hong Kong. Now let's have a quick reminder for you, if you weren't watching a little bit earlier on, of the starting lineup for Liverpool this afternoon. It is as follows. Alisson starts in goal today. It's Virgil van Dijk, Dominic Szoboszlai, Mohamed Salah, Harvey Elliott, Andy Robertson, Ryan Gravenberch, Florian Wirtz, Rio Engamoa, Tyler Morton and Luca Stevenson are the starting 11 today. A quick look at the bench, and we would expect many of these to make an appearance throughout the afternoon. Freddie Woodman, Georgi Mabedashvili, Ibu Kanate,